Can't beat us, join us, please bring your coinage. We sink 3-pointers, money shots, all net, all vets. Bones we not, jet skiing in them sunny spots. With women edible like gummy drops. Dummy stop, dummy stop. No weapon form can intercept a storm. Once my intellect is on, I'm projecting on magnetic fields and interact with blacks with athletic bills. I'm all about growth and development like residents of Ebbets Fields. Not to choose between woo and chew. We wanna line our colors up like a Rubik's Cube and fade to black, yeah, the truest hue. When you say the black man is God, who you alluded to? The usual, Clarence 13X, a worthy guess. The words expressed come from the word in flesh. Elijah M, the NOI versus Leviathan. Messiah sent from the heavenly branches. 7 P's from since G-Dub cut down the cherry tree. In the wilderness of North America, and we flossing death and forced aggression, or forced perception, forced protection, or forced confessions. It's all a lesson. The sorcerers from Corsica, killer tonics, sticks and drums like the Philharmonic Orchestra. You niggas still playing harmonicas from officers, fabric softener. Jive turkeys popping 5 perkies, playing with keys, the Scotch stores type. For that soft right, we could've caught life, just being forthright. First class on my 4th flight, popping out like Fortnite. Every night we lit like Porsche lights. The meek shall inherit the earth, oh yeah, the scorched type. And these niggas, they some hoes in these streets. Me, I'm 10 toes in these streets. They lost their souls, niggas got holes in their feet. Shit, I'm just worried about the craft and how to perfect it. Not worried about the craft, yeah, that's out of perspectives. Focus on the chip like I'm Robert Kraft, and then how to protect it. It's the waves of the oceans. Get to the money, nigga, save your emotion. Descendant of the slaves in the graves in the oceans. Mastermind that the waves is in motions. These niggas, they addicted to the folly, addicted to that molly. Making me a movie, them sticks made of holly. I'm Dr. Manhattan, sitting on top of Manhattan. When I get all 5 rings, snap my fingers and pop up on satin. Dressed in all black, yeah, drop top the Phantom. Best.
From TV.
To this day, to this day, to this day.
Can't beat us, join us, please bring your coinage. We sink 3-pointers, money shots, all net, all vets. Bones we not, jet skiing in them sunny spots. With women edible like gummy drops. Dummy stop, dummy stop. No weapon form can intercept a storm. Once my intellect is on, I'm projecting on magnetic fields and interact with blacks with athletic bills. I'm all about growth and development like residents of Ebbets Fields. Not to choose between woo and chew. We wanna line them colors up like a Rubik's Cube and fade to black, yeah, the truest hue. When you say the black man is God, who you alluded to? The usual, Clarence 13X, a worthy guess. The words expressed come from the word in flesh. Elijah M, the NOI versus Leviathan. Messiah sent from the heavenly branches. 7 P's from since G-Dub cut down the cherry tree. In the wilderness of North America, and we flossing death and forced aggression, or forced perception, forced protection, or forced confessions. It's all a lesson.
The sorcerers from Corsica, killer tonics, sticks and drums like the Philharmonic Orchestra. You niggas still playing harmonicas from officers, fabric softener. Jive turkeys popping 5 perkies, playing with keys, the Scotch stores type. For that soft right, we could've caught life, just being forthright. First class on my 4th flight, popping out like Fortnite. Every night we lit like Porsche lights. The meek shall inherit the earth, oh yeah, the scorched type. And these niggas, they some hoes in these streets. Me, I'm 10 toes in these streets. They lost their souls, niggas got holes in their feet. Shit, I'm just worried about the craft and how to perfect it. Not worried about the craft, yeah, that's out of perspectives. Focus on the chip like I'm Robert Kraft, and then how to protect it. It's the waves of the oceans. Get to the money, nigga, save your emotion. Descendant of the slaves in the graves in the oceans. Mastermind that the waves is in motions. These niggas, they addicted to the folly, addicted to that molly. Making me a movie, them sticks made of holly. I'm Dr. Manhattan, sitting on top of Manhattan. When I get all 5 rings, snap my fingers and pop up on satin. Dressed in all black, yeah, drop top the Phantom. Bless.
To this day,
Crumb
to this day.
TV.
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome to another episode of Third Eye Thursdays. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar. Alright? And we are here, 72 KLAWS, Miami. Money is a major issue. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the building, and yes, that song that you just heard on the intro, that, ladies and gentlemen, is Theta Waves, featuring the twin pillars, red pillar, blue pillar, all right? That is going to be the song of the summer. I guarantee you. Watch and see, man. Watch and see. I heard something about a remix, but I don't know what nobody's talking about. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Shout out to the lovely land, everybody in Florida, everybody in the land of flowers. Shout out to every single person that is on the grid. We are on the grid of Florida, land of the flowers. All right. It feels good to be back. You know what I'm talking about? I always tell people my DNA responds differently when I'm in Florida. You know what I mean? The minute I get off the plane, it don't matter if I'm in Fort Lauderdale. It don't matter if I get off the plane in Miami. It don't matter if I'm in Jacksonville. It don't matter wherever I am. It's just something about this land right here that is attached to my DNA, and it does something for me. So we are here. We're here for the minimum of 3 days, probably 4 days, but I'm locked in on the grid. You know, I'm tapped in, and we are going to have a monument. We're going to make history this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to make history, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just show you a few images and whatnot. Shout out to the Imaginarium. We just wrapped up the 90-day workshop last Friday and whatnot. We just wrapped up a 90-day workshop, and every single one of the KTLians who made it to the finish line, they're doing artwork on levels like this right now. They're able to, quote unquote, make mini movies and whatnot. So the artwork coming out of the Imaginarium is out of this world, right? We are going to have one of the most powerful, one of the most cutting edge, one of the most state-of-the-art 3-day conferences, right? Because that's what this is. It's a conference, it's a boot camp, but it's really an online conference for creatives, visionaries, entrepreneurs, right? The people who are out here using their minds, using their imagination, using their quote unquote intellect, using the fact that they know how to be story writers, right? Using their God-given talents to create IP, intellectual property, to create artwork that will be licensed, to create quote unquote IP that can be licensed, to create wealth out of, not just out of thin air, out of your mind, out of a thought, out of a thought. You know what I'm saying? First there was the thought. Then there was life. Then there was light. Then there was the word. But the thought is the thought, is the thoth. Keep that in mind. That's the trifecta. The thought is really the thought, and that's really thoth. Okay? Shout out to the thoughtises out there doing what it does. Listen, we got the arts and we got the sciences, but this strong end, starting from tomorrow, going into Sunday, 8 hours a day. This is called an intensive. You are going to be learning. You are going to be learning. I mean, truth be told, you're going to be earning as well, but you're definitely going to be learning from a collective of experts. I was going to say intellects. It's beyond that. Experts. You know? And these experts are going to walk you through a process. And mind you, some of these processes are brand new, but then some of these processes are ancient. Some of these processes are something that we've been doing for time immemorial, right? Brother right here, Heru Ofari Atta, right? Your boy, this man right here, he is living proof of kinetic knowledge. Kinetic knowledge. Not only is he healing people and bringing people back from hospice and things of that nature, not only is he walking in the light of, you know, bringing life, but the brother is also manifesting, right? Mastering the market, having the receipts to prove it. Don't have to prove himself to nobody, no dusties. You understand? Literally has come into this community to bring opportunity, right? To bring solutions, to bring kinetic knowledge, to bring receipts. He's telling you, go and listen to the testimonials. Okay? Listen to what other people say. Then on Wednesdays, every Wednesday, the brother will show, he'll take us onto his account and he'll show the trades. He'll show his positioning. He'll show the growth. If he takes a loss, he'll show that as well. Okay? We're in a new day and time. Kinetic knowledge. Show me your work. Proof of work. What's in your hub? Then we have our good brother over here, Brother H Factor, kinetic knowledge, right? The acronym for KLAWS. You're going to see different forms of KLAWS, okay? KLAWS is an initiative. KLAWS is a movement. KLAWS is an offshoot of the FACTS initiative. KLAWS stands for kinetic knowledge. The people that we link up with, they're working. Okay? But there's a lot of nobles around the United States of America, and Lord have mercy, it's triple the amount outside this thing. Maybe even quadruple, I dare to say 10x on some. Shout out to Chaka Bars and I Show Speed. It's a big world out there. So inside this thing, yeah, we're going to tap in with the people that have kinetic knowledge. It's not just in Atlanta. It's not just at Spin City headquarters where things are moving and shaking and whatnot. It's not just at Piedmont Park. It's not just in the West End, right? It's not just at 640 Evans Street. It's things going on all over the place. I'm not waiting for people to come and see me. That's a little arrogant. I'm going to get up and move around and go and see them. That's what we've been doing, and that's what we will continue to do. We've been doing this since been doing this. Activating the grid, doing what the Abeji supposed to, have been written throughout history to do, right? So yeah, money is a major issue. When I did a survey of two different groups of people, one of them were the 72 claws, what we call the 72 nobles. We have an intake form, or what we call an assessment. The majority of them said that they are, into the technology. They want to be comic book creators. The majority of them said that's what they're into. And then after that, they wanted to get into animation and stuff. But also, what almost every single one of them said is that they want to be able to monetize. They want to be able to earn. They want to be able to turn their ideas into some type of currency, into what we call an asset. That's what they were saying. And we were able to crunch the data, and you damn right, the data don't lie. I'm learning how to read. So inside of the Imaginarium, they also said that. And then when we did the assessment for the KLAWS, they said the same thing. So guess what? Money is a major issue. Napoleon Hill, alongside Napoleon Hill, said that the two most dominant traits that man or woman can have to be successful in any lifetime, according to the master Napoleon Hill, and then others as well have said this, but he stood on this. And if you go and read the book, and they also have audio books, you'll hear it as well. He said there's two things. One is consistency, and the other is to be persistent. He said that the sun rises every day. That is consistency, right? What you do frequently becomes your frequency, right? It doesn't take how many hours do you put in on something and then it becomes a skill. Nowadays, in the digital world, you could download a skill and now it's yours. But he said what you do frequently is your frequency. But you're persistent in your consistency. Me and Blue Pill have been consistent since whoever say that they know us, known us. A lot of people say that they know us, and when they say that they've known us during different iterations, right? Salute to every single one of them. But what they can't never say is, man, them brothers ain't been persistent. Them brothers is not consistent at all. Man, them red and the blue, you mean twin of them from Flatbush? Yeah, them niggas are not consistent, bro. Do not trust them. They are not persistent. No. If there's something that you'll never hear, it's that. The consistency and the persistency is so ingrained that it probably doesn't even, you know what I mean? It goes unnoticed. There's a lot of people around me that follow those same laws and whatnot. Brother Rich, who I've known for a good amount of time, since my time in this movement and whatnot, he exemplifies another trait of being consistent and being persistent. And I've been meeting brothers along the way, and they've exemplified those traits too. My brother King Yuta, Rising Power, okay? The brother who put my face on a beverage and whatnot. From Florida, from this land right here, King Yuta, right? Herbal Minaj was this food truck. He was consistent. He was persistent. He was consistent in the mission of spreading plant-based living, healthy living, but not just healthy living and not just plant-based living, eating the food that tastes like something, flavoring the food, making it savorable. Okay. And then after him, I ate some food from a brother named Maul Eats, right? Come to find out that the brother Maul Eats was inspired by King Yuta. I ate Maul Eats food, and I didn't never want to eat nobody else's food. That's how good that food tastes. We was in Florida like 2020 with Keys in them. But anyway, the brother he is still consistent in his higher form and whatnot, but consistency and persistency. Sinetta was consistent and persistent, you know. So if you're gonna do it, then you just gotta really do it. Stand on that shit and put in the work. If you got the rookie card and whatnot, and you putting in a good 1 year, and you know what I mean, you you putting up points like Wembley and everything. Yo, keep putting up points. You know what I mean? We'll see you. You know what I mean? We'll see you in season 10, and then we'll see you in season 20, like LeBron and them. You know? Because they usually burn out at what, 3 or 4? But stand on principle and stand with the principles. Kinetic knowledge, right? This is the acronym for KLAWS. I see you in the building, God body. This is the acronym for KLAWS. Kinetic knowledge. Legacy and land. Legacy and land. If you're doing what you're doing and you're not doing it for legacy, then why do it at this point in the game where they're showing you that you can monetize legacy, right? You could turn legacy into land. You could take your legacy, monetize it, and then buy land with it. You could even take your legacy and borrow against it and get land and whatnot. Land is legacy. When you're gone, if you have legacy land, when you're gone, if you have land named after you, then you got legacy, bro. Right? That's how that works. If you're gone, but they still live in a place called York and they named it New York, you still are in the game. Right? That's lineage. Right? They took all of our people's land and chased people all the way into the north. There was a period of pure terrorism. Your land is somewhat in between all of that shit. Legacy and land, autonomy and AGI. What do people that I know want most? Autonomy, right? And they're going to fare better in the game when they get AGI. You know what I mean? Because these are ancestral intelligence. So when they tap into artificial general intelligence, I mean, if I get my hand on mythos, nigga, it's AGI. What are we talking about? Put the M in front of it and it's MAGI. It's Magi time. What are we talking about? All a nigga got to do, this is where we at in the game right now. All one man has to do is get their hands on what they call Anthropic's mythos. And you know, you Dr. Manhattan. So check it out. Autonomy and AGI, right? You achieve autonomy now in this day and time with the Clawbot. You achieve autonomy with 100 Clawbots. You really achieve autonomy with 1,000 Clawbots. If you really want to turn up like that, you achieve autonomy with 1,000 Bitcoins. You achieve autonomy if you put together a foolproof system and a content creation machine and whatnot, where you're kicking out beyond Hollywood level type of production. Fuck you know what I mean? Forget about the quality and whatnot. What about the production, right? It's all about production. They have a limit as to how many movies that could come out of these studios every year coming out of Hollywood and whatnot. You're not faced with that limit. You're not facing that problem. You literally could ramp up production 100x. You literally could ramp up production 1,000x and put out mad titles in 1 year. What are you talking about? And cake up. You could touch $1 trillion off of content. Are you understanding what's happening right now? I really don't want to, you know, I want to preserve this for tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday. Mayday, nigga, the eagle has landed. Yo, I'm going to do you even better. I got a special guest in the building, ladies and gentlemen. And when I tell you, when I tell you that the possibility, right, of you waking up one day and seeing a trailer for a movie that will be an AMC, right? And it will feature the pillars in all of their glory. I'm talking about fuck 4K, nigga, 44K. How about it? You better stick around, my niggas, because it's coming. We ain't talking one movie, nigga, either. Yeah. Yeah, Ben-Hur, nigga. Yeah, Ben-Hur. A whole epic. Yeah, the whole tray, my nigga. My Rolodex is a Rolex times 1,000. Each card in the Rolodex is 10 Rolexes. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you, you dig, the one and only original Black God in the building. Peace to the God.
Peace to the family. Peace to the gods.
Peace to the gods.
You got me hyped up. I just got into the joint. I already feel hyped up. I'm hyped.
So what you saying?
What we saying, man?
So
Shit, this is bigger than just an event. For real, yeah. I don't think people really understand. Like this is way bigger than just an like. This
so
ain't
way
some
bigger than just an
shit.
event, ladies and gentlemen. I need y'all to understand what this is. Listen, we live in our own world right now. We make our own rules right now. We set our own tables right now. We start our own productions right now, ladies and gentlemen. We call out, you know what I mean? Like we literally create realities and worlds out of thoughts.
Facts. This is the shift right now.
My good brother, they may not understand the days and the times that we are living in right now. And I blame PBS and the Reading Rainbow, but that's a whole nother show.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to let the family out there know, the ones that be watching this now, I don't care if you watch this in 2027, go and get this KLAWS 72 Miami. Find it if you have to, but it'll be on KTLUniversity.com. And that, yeah, it'll be there. But if y'all listen to this in the next 72 hours and you don't go and get your tickets right there with that blue, if you don't wave your camera over that blue square right there with KTL in the middle over me talking, and go and get your tickets so you can see history being made when this brother right here, who will be beyond Steven Spielberg, beyond Roman Polanski, beyond any of these weirdos, you know what I mean, who they be trying to hold up, talking about these are the directors that we should, how are they the directors that we should look up to, and nothing that they created looks like us. Look up to who? Don't talk to me about Steven Spielberg when E.T. could have been blue-black with fronts, my nigga. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
All of their depictions of us are aliens, like in the movie Alien, where they had the African who was tall, like the basketball player Wembley.
Right.
Yeah, they got my dude, the basketball player. He looked like the alien. When they made the movie Alien, they actually went and got an African dude to be the body double. So instead of talking about us as the real aliens, they are coming up with these depictions. They're using imagination. They're using the quote unquote unlimited possibilities of imagination to always spin you, to always play with you, to always fool around with you, to never tell you the truth that you're the real alien. So my brother, can you tell the people how open the possibility is right now for them to be a part of a movie in 2026?
Listen, I want to start off by saying we breaking the whole Roman spell that they've had on us for 400 years.
Super facts. Super facts.
Because what we doing with this is we created our own narratives, and that's what they don't want us to do. That's what Hollywood has been keeping us from. So one person with the right system can build what used to be, what used to take the entire Hollywood studio and millions of dollars. One person can do that with the right build, and that's what we're teaching in this event. I'm talking about taking what's in your mind. And I know a lot of us in the K2L, we got like genius ideas, but we struggle with how to execute it and turn that into film,
Right.
you know, into IP. We've been talking about intellectual property.
Right.
We
Which
were
is
talking about
real
turning that
assets.
into a digital asset,
Right.
and then actually have an income stream, which is basically building up to our own sovereignty, and that's what we've been all like, you know, trying to get to, right? That's what the mall's been talking about. That's what everybody's been talking about, sovereignty. And this is our key right here. This is what we teach you around. Now. So
Yeah. For sure.
I just want to say, you know, if you ever felt like you had an idea and you didn't know how to execute it, or you felt like the world should see it, but you didn't know, the proper ways to execute it and get it to that many people and put it on a screen or put it in an asset that will benefit you later. This is for you. If you've been watching content, you've been watching my content, but you're not creating your own content,
Right.
this is for you.
Right.
If you actually want to own, what you produce and not have someone in your pockets, taking a percentage, then this is for you.
You know what type of freedom that is, my good brother, where
That's what
you
I'm saying.
literally could your whole, it's not a job anymore, but the whole time that you spend, your whole creative um uptime, I would say, or your whole creative time is spent making assets, things that will appreciate in value, not depreciate, but actually increase in value, right? Because stories don't depreciate in value, they only increase, right?
Hmm.
Especially when the story is about a person who is of value to both their community and to the world and whatnot. So Malcolm Little couldn't tell the story about El Malik Shabazz until he became El Malik Shabazz. If he just wrote a book about Detroit Red, yes, it would have been like a great Pulp Fiction subway novel and people would have loved it, but they would not got the whole full picture of the entire dexterity of his story and who he is. So for so many of us right now and whatnot, we don't have to live in a world of doubt. We don't have to live in a world of quote unquote you feeling like you didn't make it or you didn't tell you and the time is running out. No, the time is right. You've actually gotten to a point or a chapter in the book and whatnot, or a chapter in the life where your story actually people want to hear it and it makes sense that they would even pay attention to it. Some of the muffins in the oven are half baked, right? And they need to stay in the oven and they need to fully bake and whatnot, right? Once again, there's a lot of people who are guests in season 6 of certain people's movie and whatnot, and they think that they may somehow be the main actor.
Mm-hmm.
So people have to evaluate if it's time to tell the story. I would say that the elders should skip each one of us and they should skip to the front of the line if there are if there are adults that are out here who have put in work and have a story to tell. From the danger zone is from 50 and up right now, and I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm not saying danger zone like that, because it's a danger zone for your lower self too, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it's 50 and up, all of that BS that you used to put up with is in danger, because you become wild militant and you know what I mean? Like you'll act a fool for your sanity and for that next level of your life to evolve. I want to know, my brother, how has it been to have some of the most viral videos, right? Being in you seeing your videos grow wings, and you seeing the kinetic charge, you're seeing people's brains getting activated, like in this image right here that was created, ladies and gentlemen, using Claude Remotion. I did not pay for this design. I did not sit down and I did not edit this design. I did not put all of these images together. All I did was type something and it gave me this. In a matter of minutes, I used Remotion and Claude, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we are right now. These graphics used to cost how much, OBG?
Shit, that would be like a $20 jump, like $40.
That's about a 40 piece. That's
Yeah,
that's the 50 boys. That's Lil Meech and them on Fiverr.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the 50 boy on Fiverr all day. Motion graphics. Are you dumb?
Mm-hmm.
That's how they would hit you. Are you dumb? They in India. They in India. Are you dumb? they listening to Kashi like, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Excuse me, son. On my dad. Word. and they charging you all of this money for motion graphics when they had GPT back then. I'm convinced. Can nobody tell me that they wasn't trying out the AI in India, with all of the Fiverr boys, right? Mm-hmm. But now, 100 of us, right? 72 nobles, that's all we're looking for in this initiative to start out with, so we could build 72 chapters. Everybody who came to North Carolina is a noble. They are part of every single clause that we do moving forward. That's how that works. Membership has its privileges. You feel me? And as we go to different states, we activate different nobles. They come through, they lock in. We give them the test later on. They pass it. They get their accreditation. They get their certificate. They the nobles. They have the opportunity to start teaching, opening up chapters and spreading the work. They got workbooks and everything. But we got perks. Shout out to Farmy. Shout out to all of our affiliates. But I'm telling you, bro, your videos, I've seen your videos in places where I wouldn't think that. I've been on like 4chans and Reddits on deep dives, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'm in, you know what I'm saying? And they got your videos travel places where you probably don't even realize it. And people are in awe, even if it's destroying their narratives. How does it feel to have your thoughts go parabolic and kinetic and move around like that?
Shit, I mean, that gives me a high every time I see that. And I'm still, to this day, I'm still seeing my videos pop up on different avenues that I would have never expected. And I know that the storyteller has always been the most powerful person in the village. Let me say that again. The storyteller has always been the most powerful person in the village.
Always.
And now, me, you, all of us, we can imagine storytelling with the AI, and it's going to take us to a new level. And you've seen it. I've showed you firsthand. So me focusing on telling our story that connects to deeper history and identity, specifically focusing on how we are indigenous to America and indigenous. We're original navigators of the whole world. No matter what they want to tell us, I'm gonna keep posting those videos, and I know they hate it. As you guys can see in my comments, I get so many haters on that.
Listen,
so
look, I would change that word, Godbody.
Mm-hmm.
You don't got haters, you got hit dogs.
Hit dogs, yes.
Hit dogs. Them niggas is barking. You feel me? Them dogs is barking. Mm-hmm. Cause when they watch that shit, when they saw them getting packed up and going to the mountains, that's the Caucasus Mountains that they got sent to, and then we blew that shit to, and then they got hit with a hypersonic missile.
Cause that's a reality for them. I see my videos as a real reality in another reality. Like we're just diving into different dimensions with that shit.
Black God, right? Look, this is how I see it. Right? Think about it. Hollywood, Smack DVD, special edition Smack DVD. Woo woo. Sprrrr. Hollywood versus them niggas, right? Hollywood went up 100 rounds. You know how Tay-Rock be standing there while they be just going off on him? Like, you know how the season, like how a Sue Surf could just be stoic while somebody is just tearing into him?
Mm-hmm.
Then he be like, you ready? You ready? Hey, yo! They got 100 rounds on us. Don DeMarco, they Don DeMarco the shit out of us. Oh, blackface. Oh, look at son. Oh, shit, the watermelon? Not the watermelon. When they did the step and fetch it and all that. Yeah, Don DeMarco. Yeah, they ate our food. Then that CB4 era, you know, all of that shit. Kevin and Keel and Peel and all, you know, all of that. Yeah, they Don DeMarco. But now, what about when it's our turn? How about that? How about we just get about 20 years on you niggas? Full feature films. I'm talking about big boy shit, right? Panoramic. You know, I'm talking about IMAX. Don't get mad. Don't go to Yelp. You know what I mean? Like, don't do none of that. Just take these 20 rounds. Y'all gave us 100 rounds. It's our turn. Could we go Don DeMarco?
Mm-hmm.
Right? If y'all not sore losers, Don DeMarco. You know what I'm talking about? Let us eat. You know what I mean? Take me through that. Take me through that. The fuck? They don't even want us to get up on a stage and get our welcome home Sue Surf on, nigga.
Mm. Mm.
Think about that. You Sue Surf, nigga. You just came home, OBG. We gonna put you on that stage. Real talk. But think about this. It's so ill over here at the Imaginarium, powered by the fantasy complex industry. You know what I'm talking about? Moving into the 72 KLAWS and whatnot, that there's a formula to everything that we do, ladies and gentlemen. I rock out with experts. We don't rock out. Everybody is tested and tried and true. We sharpen steel and whatnot. This is not an easy mountain to climb. Henceforth, we do the Stone Mountain thing. Everything is a mountain, but what the brothers are on top of this mountain, letting everybody know, y'all need to get up here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is this shit sweet, not only is this plateau empty and whatnot, but we could throw bombs over Baghdad with this shit. What are we waiting for?
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of time that we clocking right now. That's the T that we're clocking. So it's like, if you got stories to tell, if you're the griot and whatnot, if you know the power of the story, if you a screenwriter, if you got books and books and books of stories, if you made comic books, if you have graphic novels, if you have subway novels, to the homies in them behind the wall, free the guys. Remember the books, right? Remember the books you wrote. Okay? Yeah, go in the manila folder. Go get the books, my nigga. Go get the script, my nigga. You was wild focused. Now you on podcasts and all of that other stuff. I don't know what you're talking about. You're romanticizing the streets. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you're up there gossiping, gangster niggas. Where's your story at? We supposed to be the storytellers. Let me show y'all this real quick, and I don't mean to take up your time, brother.
No, you cook.
Nah.
I let you cook. Go ahead.
Need you to cook, but I'm gonna throw one at the fan because I'm in such a giving mood right now because this shit is infinite, right? The abundance. People accuse me of pitching. They be like, damn, bro, you be giving out the $1 billion sauce. I'm like, cause I'm saucy. Yeah, cause this sauce is infinite. There's no coming of age movies of the 1990s, bro. And a bunch of people will start throwing all of these names out here. But as somebody that lived through the real 90s, I'm here to let you know the authentic 1990s coming of age movie has not even been made yet, bro. That's how early we are in this bitch.
If you want to talk about you got a story to tell and this energy never dies and money is a major issue and you could spread this shit around the planet, Janet. You know what I'm talking about? Boobs out and feed these niggas. Hello. Yeah, they thirsty. They want to sip from the cup all around the world. If you got it, they'll buy it or they'll barter for it. Or they'll put their eyeballs on it. You heard Liar. He was like, nigga, you could get paid with your eyeballs. We making this shit too difficult. It's not difficult. Do they pay good, OBG?
Oh, do they pay good?
Yes.
Let's just say I'm well taken care of.
When I say they, I talk about the platforms and these trillionaires and the oligarchs, the technocrats.
No.
Okay.
They you know, like I said, they got their hands in my pocket. So they taking out percentages.
Out my pocket.
Yeah, they taking out percentages that don't belong to them. I'm getting paid, underpaid through them if I work solely through them. But as we're teaching, you know, we don't have to work through them. And back to what I was trying to say, responding to what you were just saying is, I don't want us to think on a local or even nationwide level. We got to think on a global level, because this is the tool that will put us on a global level to where we're impacting. You know, you saw how the Lego movies was impacting
That's
the
what I'm
politics.
saying. The
So
case
I'm
study.
saying with all our ideas, you know,
the case study is there, ladies and
like,
gentlemen.
yeah.
The Lego movie was a case study. The Lego movie needs to be studied by the lawyers that are out there and some of my college students, professors and whatnot. Can we get a case study? Can we get a dissertation about give us the numbers, give us the stats, give us the deep research on the Lego movies? Because God damn it, you could go on in video and duplicate that. You could go on Runway and duplicate that. You could go on Omni. Can I get an amen, OBG? Because there's people that never heard of these tools. So let's do this. Roll call. Let's do a tool. Let's do a KLAWS 72 KLAWS. We have a 72 toolbox. You know what I mean? We have a 72 toolkit. Okay. So let's do a little tool roll call for the family so they could capture the names of these tools and get to downloading them so they could get some of this sauce.
All
I'm
right.
going to throw a tool at you. You give us the use case. You give us a A, B, C, or D rating. And you give us a beginners, a novice, or advanced.
Okay.
Runway ML.
Runway ML. I'm gonna say novice.
Okay, novice. What's their ratings?
1 to 5.
1 to 5, I would say about a 3. But if you could take it to a 5, but your intention gotta be, you gotta be able to, you know, work with it. You gotta really want it.
Right.
Because it's about how well you're using these tools. And that's one of the tools where, you know, it's a little bit more advanced, but once you get the hang of it, you know, it's up there with a 5.
But once you're able to configure it and learn it as a
configure
tool, because I want, can we explain to everybody the concept of the tools through the lens of a model and through the lens of these models having certain type of being like we're in Home Depot and these are actually power tools that do certain things when cranked a certain way or applied to a certain type of surface and whatnot.
Okay. So
that would be the weights, that would be the Lauras, that would be the models being like real models. Like there's some at the Miss America, there's a group of models. Each model looks great. They you know, they're mind-blowing and they all do something differently, right? And they're all from different places and whatnot. So that's kind of the same thing we have with these frontier models and even these open source models and things of that nature. But please,
yes,
let's enlighten them.
Yeah, so the first one was runway that we were talking about. So with that, a very popular generator with that is turning your video that you already have. Let's say you got a video of you as a child or like some nostalgia home video. You could put that video into Runway ML and edit that video however, or even put audio into that video however. And I think that alone is what makes Runway ML different than a lot of the other video generators. That's what makes it top tier. But like I said, it's about the intention and how well you use that, because it can be a little bit more advanced than other ones.
Right.
But when it comes to using it that way, that is the top tier app for that.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. All right. Atlas Cloud. No, no, no. You might not be that familiar. Are you familiar with Atlas?
I'm familiar with Atlas Cloud. Yeah, that's
Okay, let's get an Atlas Cloud.
okay. I would say beginner on that one.
Right.
That's very user friendly. Anyone can get in on that. If you're familiar with the Higgsfield UI, this should be a walk in the park for you. The Cloud Atlas.
Right. Similar UI.
Mhm.
Okay, okay. And they're very resourceful. Give us the full
Mhm.
ratings if you don't mind.
Okay, I would say yes, very resourceful. Cost efficient, time efficient actually, because the renders are pretty fast on Cloud Atlas.
Right.
Um, I would say the main top thing that they're leading in is the cost efficiency compared to all the other AIs. They
They're
have
very
the
cost
lowest
efficient.
rates. Yeah,
Right.
especially when it comes to C dance, because I know a lot of websites when it comes to C dance too is very you know it's a very high price for some people that are just getting into it. You don't want to be burning your wallet just to make some, especially when you're just getting into it.
Right.
I would say start off with Cloud Atlas.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Okay, so in video agent Opus.
Opus. Is that
That's NVIDIA's agentic AI that basically will build out scenes for you, comics. It's
mhm.
an advanced agent system.
I'm trying to see if I've used that. Give me a second.
Right.
Uh,
And while you do that, I'm gonna answer somebody's question. They
okay,
said that
okay,
he's
yeah.
holding a lobster. So this image right here that has this man holding a lobster. This is a depiction of me, of course, in a Moses setting and whatnot. And the lobster is open claw. It's a depiction of the claw bot. That's why I have a Mac Mini in one hand and I have a lobster in the other hand. So open claw and the lobster are synonymous and whatnot. And right now in Silicon Valley and in other places, they're having seafood boil, billionaire seafood boils. But shoot, even in regular households around the world, look, check this out. In places like India, in what they would call shanty towns, and places in Africa, dim lit areas, Puerto Rico on the island where the electricity may go in and out, they have claw bots,
Mm,
right? And they have open source and they have Raspberry Pi and whatnot. And they're basically running bot farms and they're running all type of things. But for them, $1, the USD, is a lot. It's very dominant, right? So they're running up big bags. I'm talking about they could be on Fiverr getting jobs to do websites for $2,500, $5,000, or $500 in certain African villages, in certain Caribbean villages, in certain East Indian villages, could feed the entire village. And then they're setting it up to where they have rooms with 20 to 100 people doing the same things or doing similar things. I'm giving everybody a blueprint because 100 claw bots set up the right way in any environment is going to change that environment for the better and whatnot. We have solutions. We just need the resources, and we need, when we walk down this mountain with the solutions in hand, that we are met by our people and whatnot, and they're ready to build. My good brother, can we continue?
Yes,
I just
yes.
had to, so did you tap in with Agent Opus ever
So
before?
yeah, so Agent Opus, definitely the gold standard, you know, for when you want to plan and deep reasoning, you know, using that in the vibe coding. I would say more on the novice side for that. Um, you know, you should probably come join the event. You know, learn some different tips and tricks on how to work around these APIs. So
Right. We're gonna also get, thank you for reminding me, my good brother, because I don't want to forget that we will get to the part where we'll let everybody know what they're going to be receiving in this workshop that is starting tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. I know you may not have heard a lot about it. There's been a lot going on this month. Trust me, you have no idea. So, we're going to put this event together. We're going to record this event. This event is going to be available for the world to see, but this one is going to be powerful because money is a major issue. 72 Claws Miami is going to be a whole entire weekend starting from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the headliner is Original Black God. We have a humongous announcement for the whole entire world. But we're also going to be showing people step by step by step by step how they can create $1 million, multi-million dollar productions right now based off of a story that they have in their possession, that they own, and they could bring that story to life. Not only could they bring that story to life, we're not talking about making pictures, we're talking about making film. We're talking about making film, animations. You can actually compete with Baby Shark. You can actually compete with Coco Melon. Please, OBG, tell some of my wonderful mothers out there and my homeschoolers and the parents of some star seeds and some, there's so many different, incarnations that have come back and whatnot. Could we give them, because we're going to get back to these tools, but could we give them a workflow, like a 5-step workflow on how they can quickly monetize in their house right now with one of these quote unquote star seeds and monetize them and kind of like turn them into a $1 billion brand?
mm. Okay, for those of you, I've shared this work for before. For those of you with kids and younger ones that they do the little doodles and their drawings. They come from school with little sketches that they show you. I would say take all those sketches and upload them into your API, whether it be ChatGPT or Gemini. You take that, you take their sketches, you upload it into there, and then you can ask the AI to turn that into a toy or or a commercial for whatever idea. You can talk to your child and ask them whatever idea that they were looking to draw. You
Mm-hmm.
can turn that into whatever type of product that you're looking to sell. So
Right.
let's say I want to make a comic book out of the drawing that a 3-year-old drew. I would upload
Right.
that into my Claude, my GBT, and then just simply ask it to build out a story for you. And then from there, the sky's the limit. You take that story, build out a whole storyboard, which we're gonna show you this weekend. I'm gonna show you exactly how to turn um ideas like this into a full-fledged film or a commercial or what have you. So you
Yes,
take that,
sir.
you build a whole storyboard, a character reference sheet. From there, you import those images into runway ML, like we discussed, or the other AIs we're about to go over, like flow or Kriya. There's a lot actually. So I don't want to go over all of them. I want to save some of the sauce for later. But some of the good ones. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you some great ones. So you take that spreadsheet, that storyboard of whatever your kid has drawn or shown you, or a story they've written, or a poem. There's countless ideas you can create from this, and you turn that into a commercial or a film or a toy or whatever your mind can think of.
Right. You should join a fantasy complex industry
Yes,
so
fantasy
you could
complex industry.
learn in detail from experts who could walk you through the process of taking IP, one piece of IP, meaning one idea, right? One intellectual property, one piece of property from your intellect, and turn it into 5 different asset classes, right? 5 different
Mhm.
asset classes. So as you can see in this motion graphic with all of these jewels coming out of the treasure chest, this treasure chest is your mind. And when you mine inside of your mind, you come out with the hope diamond like that. These are just ideas that sometimes we throw pitch pearls. Like every show, if this was a graphics, this would be every show of Know the Ledge, from Melanin Mondays to Third Eye Thursdays to Sacrilegious Sunday to Mineral Ministries with Blue Pill, right? Mama said don't pitch pearls to swine though. So it's now time to take all of these diamonds, all of these pearls, all of these rubies and whatnot, which is basically a character that you create, a rhyme that you write, a story that you put together, an avatar that you draw, a folklore that you remembered, a jingle that you put together, a hook that you write. All of that is quote unquote publishing. All of that is sync. All of that is IP. It's all intellectual property. It's all
Mhm.
assets. It's all part of the trust. You have to know this, right? So there's no limit as to how much you can create on a daily basis. You now live in a world where they have something called MCPs and CLIs, where this is being done. They're scaling the creation to whereas back in the days, I would say a few months ago, to make this design, I would make one of these designs in the span of about a few hours with MCPs, right? Write down MCP, Model Context Protocol. All right. With MCPs, you now could do this on a scale of 100 of these. You could probably run 100 of these at one time, right? So the fact that MCPs and CLIs and APIs exist, that tells me automatically that there are going to be a slew of movies coming out. What they did at Cannes Film Festival, what Hicksfield did, and we got to talk about that in a minute. There are going to be a slew of movies following that. There will be no shortage of movies. So get the head start. This
Yes.
strong in this man right here is going to be giving out $1 billion worth of game, something that you will have to
Mhm.
pay any other group of people thousands upon thousands of dollars. Imagine if they opened up some type of workshop and whatnot where AI content creator who has millions of views across all different genres, all different niches, and all different markets was giving out the game on how to do these videos and how to make these mini movies and whatnot, and how to even make a movie. We
Mhm.
over delivering, ladies and gentlemen, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just the tip of the hope diamond. You know what I mean? This is our headliner. But going up the mountain, y'all are gonna be you're gonna be getting hit with boulders like that right there. The whole mountain is full of jewels and gemstones. And this ain't even a sales pitch. This is facts. I stand on it.
Mhm.
$1,000. I put $1,000 up. So I want to know from you, my good brother, on a scale of 1 to 10, right? Just to give the family some idea as to how far up the mountain we are. If I was a content creator who had a beautiful starseed child who was so adorable, what is the scale of 1 to 10 that I could film that child running around playing every day? Like, you know how you just set cameras up in the house like they have GoPros?
Mm-hmm.
You could film the child running around all day and then go to the AI, wrap that child with an avatar, same way that you would do with a filter on like Snapchat or IG or filters, right? You could wrap that child in an avatar and then compete with Coco Melon on a scale of 1 to 10 and be able to do this under the budget of $500 to start out with. Of course, when you want to scale, you're going to have to treat any business like you would treat a brick and mortar. You treat your click and mortar like you treat your brick and mortar. So your brick and mortar, you pay the gas, you pay the lights, you pay the rent, you pay payroll and a bunch of other things. Don't cheat yourself in a click and order. That's your tokens. That's your GPU. You feel me? You should be having 1 million tokens when you go up in anything, the same way you went to Dave and Buster's and the same way that you went with a lot of tokens, right? Because you wanted the PlayStation.
Thanks.
Right. So if you want to get that multi-million-dollar deal for making an ill 30-minute movie that you put on the internet for free, but then you got the studios calling you because all of the people with the billions of dollars, they're looking for the AI, the next AI Steven Spielberg. They're looking for the next AI Stranger Things. They're looking for the next AI Avengers. So, my brother, scale of 1 to 10, where we at with it?
We maxed out. We way over 10. We on 13. We on.
Ooh.
We wait with that idea right there. You just inspired me to make some like I'm gonna make some crazy. Taking home footage and putting that into AI is one of the greatest things you can do right now because it's a part of you, your own story, and what the world needs right now is more of people's own ideas because a lot of things
The
are being
originals.
recycled. Yes,
Right. That's where the
original.
slop is
Yes,
coming from.
that's where all the slop. See, that's why my shit's different than a lot of all these people that are using because it comes from the original, and anything you do from the original has to be original. You know what I'm saying? Anything. That's why I'm always bringing up the more because that goes back to the original. Like if you telling stories about the more,
Right. You're
that's
talking
that's
about
the
the
original.
original.
Mhm.
Right. Look, you know who that is in the blue, right?
Let me see. Yeah, Manhattan. Yeah, that's me.
But that's really you.
Yeah,
That's you, God.
yeah.
That's the original Black God, Dr.
Yes,
Manhattan.
sir.
The
And
destroyer
those of you
of
that have been following me before, like 2 years ago, that was my original
Get
avatar.
Out of Here. That was your avatar?
Yeah, one of my first posts was about Dr. Manhattan. So
Get out
like
of
he's
here. How
he's
did I
like
know
yeah.
that?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, nah, you Dr. Manhattan. You know what I'm talking about? And this is a movie, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want nobody to get anything confused. Don't let nobody play in your face. Um, Remember when, well, for anybody that ever visited New York City on 42nd Street, there's a burgeoning market for Asian artists that will sit there and draw your face for the likes of $10 to $20. And they have the ability to do it about 100 times a day, right? They could draw caricatures. They could do basically, portraits of you. They're very skilled and whatnot. They have a whole art school where they train them, right? We've into the age now where you literally could set up your own 42nd Street and prompt people's images. You don't have to draw it anymore. You could take a picture of them and then prompt them in any art style of the favorite artist that they may love, like a Basquiat, like a quote unquote Warhol, right? You could prompt it like a Jim
Mm-hmm.
Lee, like a Rob Liefeld, like a Todd
Mm-hmm.
McFarlane. You know what I'm talking about? Like a Boris, like a Banksy, you know?
Mm.
This is something that you can do, like a Frazella, like a Frank Miller, you know? like a Dark Horse Comics, like Image Comics, like Marvel Comics, like DC Comics. You know what I'm talking about? You can do that. And it will, and people will pay you to be like, oh, start. You could turn me and my boyfriend into with Batman and Robin next to us in Las Vegas in a Lamborghini. You're like, yeah, just write everything down right here. I'll be right back. Here, drink this grenade while you're at it. You know what I mean? Sauce them up a little bit. Sauce them up. Give them a mocktail or a cocktail. You know what I'm saying? THC or THC. You decide. You know what I'm talking about? We give you some hemp or some non-hemp. But yeah, you know what I mean? You sauce them up and then you give them the artwork. Look, it's already been shown. Meta, Facebook, they got an app where you can read brain activity, right? So boom, they dropped it. People made a little bit of hoopla and then went about their business, not realizing this app is going to change everything in the world of marketing and all of that. A nigga could wrap that around his brain and see how the brain activates when he's seen booty, right? Then, look, booty, right? And when I say booty, I mean like with long E's on booty, with the echo, that booty, right? The booty that jiggles with the echo. Then they showed them an output of the AI of a nano banana image. It was booty and banana. And it went off in the same part of the brain, the banana and the booty together. The same dopamine. So you literally could sit around and create images of yourself or booty. And you're going to get the same type of dopamine rush. You're going to light up the same part of brain. You're going to activate part of remember, dopamine heals. Yeah. Yeah, dopamine good, my niggas. Yeah, just don't drown in it. This has healing modalities to it, ladies and gentlemen. The art of neuroplasticity, right? The science of it, the science of retrocausality, the science of being able to quantumly heal your childhood by taking your childhood pictures, restoring them, and reimagining things through the artwork, through the actual pictures. The pictures hold the memories, and so did the ephemer. So you put all of the toys that you lost in the picture. You put the toys that got burnt in the fire in the pictures. You put the toys that the cousin stole and whatnot in the pictures. You put the dog that died in the pictures, right? And then you bring the story to life. You go on Google Gemini, Google Omni. You go on GPT-2 and you change the image. You press edit and you write anything that your heart's desires. And when those images come out and you see the beauty in them, you press save or download. You go to a graphics artist, a company like Kinko's or Staples, and you tell them to print it out on stock paper. What is stock paper? Stock paper is paper that won't just fold and bend and rip and wrinkle, my nigga. Or you put that bitch on a canvas and you stop being cheap, stop playing that you're missing out on the entire experience that this AI is about. This AI is about big screens. It's big shit. This is big shit right here. This is luxury. You're supposed to put it on big screens, big posters, big billboards. People on their little iPhones and their little tablets and whatnot. You're not seeing the big picture. This shit look different on a 100-inch screen, bro. Your movies look different on a 100-inch screen, bro.
Thanks.
Yeah, it shouldn't even work on a little phone. It should have like a blocker.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about how we're gonna get you on a big screen, God, because I know that you got things that you got to do and time is of the essence. And we got this thing going on, ladies. And before we even begin, ladies and gentlemen, how many of y'all have gotten your tickets for this boot camp that we got coming up? If you are working tomorrow, we understand that you have a job. We understand that you clocking in. This is being recorded. Friday is the build up. It's the beginning of the whole entire boot camp. It's the orientation. We're going to drop a lot of gems on you. We're going to drop a lot of information. We're going to cook it up. On Saturday, Spin City, Mansa Muhammad. We got the heavy hitters. They coming to hit hard. Most of this information is going to be.
Don't want to miss this.
Huh?
I say don't want to miss this one.
You don't want to miss this one. And the brother Heru, Ofari Atta, the brother Heru. If y'all been tapping in with Heru, you know that he's talking about pure wealth. You know that he's talking about pure health, right? The KLAWS initiative, we have to include wealth and wisdom is about health and wisdom. The most highest form of wealth is health. The hell? Nothing outside of you. You want your body to be 24 carats. Don't get fooled with these outer trinkets and whatnot. All that shit comes later. This is about making you the ultimate quote unquote ATM, where everything that comes out of you is a bag. It's a ticket. You the real ticket. So the brother is going to show you how to cultivate the energy to manifest. And when I say manifest, I mean MANNA fest, right? He's a living, proven example of what it looks like when you're manifesting. The brother lives on about 100+ acres of a mango grove, right? Among different other things. But he is going to be one of our headliners. And then our good brother, here we go right there. You know what I'm talking about? Street fighters. You know? So we could bring all of these things to life, ladies and gentlemen. If you can think it, you could design it. If you could design it, you can make the image, you can animate it. If you can animate it, you could put a story together and make an actual scene, and a bunch of scenes make a movie. Okay? There's no limits anymore. So we have the actual framework, we have the workflows. Don't look outside of yourself. You might you might miss out on what's staring at you. You're going to miss out on what's staring at you right in your face and whatnot. The solutions are right here. We've already, it's a touchdown. Yeah, Nixon 6. What we talking about? We already got, Nixon 6. What pill you going to take? You know? And we got Hit Sayu Aku. We're going to be warming up for this coming up right here. This is our next one. This is our next one. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, what a time to be aligned. I'm having so much fun right now.
I'm gonna use that.
I shit you not. I'm having so much fun right now, bro. This is a dream come true. I'm living my dream. Everything that I hope for, all of the ideas that I wanted to come alive, I now have not only do I have the tools, I got the jewels, and I got the team players. I got the teams, multiple teams. So, yeah, we got to enjoy every moment. I know, ladies and gentlemen, everything is not always hunky-dory, but everything that we're going through is to prepare us for what's ahead of us. Trust. We all in the gym, shooting in the gym. Everything is basically, it's all a testament. It's all a test, so you have something to speak on in your testament. So don't fold. You know? But yeah, my brother, let's give them a few more tools, and then I'm going to go ahead and let you go and do what you got to do, and then we're going to land this plane and let the family marinate and let them go ahead and get their tickets and make some plans on tapping in with us over this strong end. What day are you going to be in the building? I believe it's on Sunday where you'll be doing the we have you as the headliner, so you'll be closing us out.
Yes, Sunday, I'll be closing out. I'm gonna be giving y'all a sneak peek on some of the movies that I've been promoting, that a lot of people, big celebrities, been even asking for that. So
Yes.
you guys gonna get the first look on that. And then also I'm gonna give you some tools that no one else even has or is even utilizing the way I'm using. So a lot of sauce, a lot of keys, gems gonna be revealed to y'all.
Yes. And during the boot camps, ladies and gentlemen, the style of teaching that we embark upon is called working over the shoulder. So as the brother is working, we're working over the shoulder with him, right? So everybody will be
Yes.
able to work together, and then we'll all have what is known as an asset or multiple assets after we begin to work with one another over the shoulder. So there are going to be a few breakouts during the 3 days and whatnot where we will have different demonstrations where you'll be working over the shoulder and seeing the expert at work, right? So yes, please continue. Yes,
Yes.
somebody said turning your book into a movie. Let them know how doable, how possible, and what are the actual, if that's actually being done right now. Because I don't want to assume that anybody in the audience knows. I want to treat it as this is their first time hearing about what's happening in the world of AI.
Okay, yes. I'm gonna start us saying that's absolutely possible. You need to get on that right now if you need help. Um, like I said, this event will teach you all the ropes behind all that, because that's basically what I'm doing right now is making a movie out of a book that I was supposed to have a release, but I withheld it because I'm gonna be putting a movie out with the book.
Beautiful. See,
Yes.
see, the movie and the book. I don't
Yes.
even
So
think
you have a
Taylor did
book
that.
along to watch the movie with. Yes. I
Yeah,
don't think
yeah,
anyone's done that.
that makes all the sense.
Mm,
You know what I mean? The movie, the book, the soundtrack, and the
yes.
toys. So, whatever limits people put on themselves really only has to do with how far their aperture has been opened up. I have a theory that the sun is a black dot, and really it's a reflection of the pupil, which they call your eyeball. And
Mhm.
that black dot inside of your eye is the same black dot that you're looking at, and they're calling that the sun. But when you begin to open up your mind, the light from the sun begins to emit brighter through that black dot. That black dot opens up. So when you take pictures of your eyes, the aperture in your eyes have also opened up, because as a pupil, as a student, when you go inside, you begin to see so much. You could see yourself 20 light years into the future and backwards. So
Mhm.
when you come back after that trip, your aperture is opened up, is gaping. It's a gaping gaze and whatnot. So your sun, the amount of light that already has entered into the brain or the third eye or the mind, not through reading a book, but experiencing, like actually living, you know what I mean? A living experience. It's gonna open that up. So
Yes. Seeing is more than believing. Seeing
some
it,
people,
once you
right,
once you
seeing
have
is
that vision and you're able to look at it, because we're also going to show you how to make your own vision boards using this, which everyone should be doing right now.
woo. Break
Yes.
that down about the magic of the digital vision board with the tools like and I was going to ask you about these rating of the tools. I'll continue that in the boot camp. You will go
Hmm.
through some top tools like that, but I'm going to throw three more, and you could do it all at once.
Okay.
GPT-2,
Okay.
Kriya,
Okay.
and Nano Banana 2.
Okay. I'm gonna say all three of those are the top five. Like, that's the maxed out. If you utilize all three of those together, you probably won't need any other tools.
Right. That's the trifecta.
Yeah, because that's my that's really my workflow right there. Is GBT. There's a few other ones that I'm leaving out. I'm gonna say it for y'all. GBT, Nano Banana, and Kriya. Yes, those are the three most powerful ones in my opinion. Because you're able to organize your ideas in one GBT. You can put all your sources in that.
Right.
You can go over to Nano Banana. You can make any type of realistic imagery that you can think of. Even celebrities. I can have a picture of me choking out Epstein.
Right.
Anything. I
Anything.
can, yeah.
Oh
And
man.
then
I
you got Kriya,
Korea. More
which is
like for
another
advertising. For
API. Like,
advertising.
yeah,
Marketing.
another API. I would say Higgsfield take it to another level because they have additionally more features on there. So if you utilize that workflow, I was telling you guys earlier with these three APIs, sheesh, the sky's the limit. Man.
Hmm.
Sky is the limit.
What is
Really, it's
the
your imagination. What is the limit? Because we are infinite, and as
right?
melanated people, you know, melanin is the leading commodity in the world. You know, so
There's more to go.
you are a security interest. Like you alone are a valuable asset. So you need to be putting out. You need to be using your melanin to be putting out all these ideas that no one else is thinking of, because not
Mm,
everyone is on this level, the KTL level that we on, and that's why
right.
we are humanity's last hope. Because
Right.
the
Right.
our ideas need to be out there to the world, because everything, as you can see on the radio and TV, everything is just making people docile. It's trash content.
It's
We need to
making
be the
people
ones,
sick.
yeah, it's making people sick. So
It's
we
it's
are
it's a
the ones
contagion.
to change that, yeah,
Yeah,
using
it's
these
a
tools.
contagion. Kriya with a K. Somebody in the order. Yeah, Kriya with a K. Man. Well, another question. Scale of 1 to 10. Let's just say that I wanted to recreate the Sunday Funnies. Or let's just say I wanted to recreate the daily comic strip and whatnot. But instead of doing the comic book, I do Substack, I do IG, I do Twitter, which is X, and I also do YouTube Shorts and TikToks. What is the possibility of me going viral and becoming rich if I stay consistent and persistent for 6 months to 90 days straight? I mean, and what I mean by that is I'm posting at least 3 times a day.
Shit, at that rate, I would even say 6 months. I would say earlier than that,
That's
3 months.
why I said 90 days. I
Yeah,
said
yeah,
90
it's
days
two
to
months.
6 months. And the 6 months was a
You
grace
know,
period because some people, I don't know, it just might, you know what I mean? Some people might take a while to break through, but
hmm
I'm talking consistent posting. And then the next question I wish, would be about automation, right? To make sure that those consistencies actually are programmed into an agent's memory. So if you forget, you don't have to worry about it because the agent remembers. But
right.
the first question is, how possible is that underneath a budget of 500 and under in that amount of time, 90 days to 6 months?
Okay, just to answer that question, I want to say you would only need 30 days. You'd only need less than $50 with the tools I'm gonna show you to get even higher than that. Like, I'm talking about millions and millions of views of people attracted to your product, and in a couple weeks with the right workflow and then an intention behind the product that you're trying to put out to people. So if that's not motivating you to learn this, like millions of views and a stream of
Millions.
income within a couple weeks,
Right.
yeah, um,
Millions.
you know, so very doable, very very doable.
How does it feel when you get what we call digital mailbox money?
Man, that's better than having to put all your time and effort into something. The ROI on that is when it comes to this AI space is way more than you would ever get from working your time away with for somebody and being a corporate citizen. If
Right.
that
So that
we
makes
want
a
to,
lot
like
of
we're saying,
sense.
we're creating our own independent intellectual properties and becoming sovereign through these tools, because you own everything. So
Right.
when you're able to establish that, you know
Right. And this weekend is basically a convention, an online convention, an online seminar, but put together in the form of a boot camp, so we
mhm,
can all learn. We could all stay. It's an intensive, because where we are with the AI right now, we have to lock in and be intensive. That's really what it requires. You
mhm,
can't be on your phone. You can't be half in and half out. You
mhm,
can't be with 100 tabs open. You can't be with the other music playing or other videos playing. You can't be playing around in the house. No, you got to be, if you want to be committed to this, you got to lock in. None of this is going to be given to anybody. Everybody has to work for it, because it is a work in progress. Nothing is given in this space. It's all work, but it's working smarter and not harder. It is definitely not work that a 5-year-old can't do. Straight like that.
mhm. Yes.
5-year-old can put in this type of work. So this is being able to monetize the mind, the ideas, being able to monetize folklore, stories that were told before you even were here, you know, being able to monetize your brand, your name, even if it's some things that even if it's a brand that you had popping in the 80s and whatnot. Well, guess what? Nostalgia is back. Pull those old pictures, get them upscale, clean them up and whatnot, run them through Kling, run them through C-Dance, or run them through Gemini Omni. Make a move, put some music behind them, throw some words on them, narration, and you have yourself a refurbished, remastered, remixed story. People are only, 30 seconds could hook a person to a story that they will remember their whole life. A jingle is like 5 seconds,
Mhm.
5 to 10. I'm loving it. All that type stuff. So, we're going to show people the power of their imagination, the wealth of their idea, you know, um, the overall value of the mine. They call it a mine, but the mine, right? This is the real shrine of Madonna. But nobody told you that you could use your mind and mine your way out of poverty, or mine your way out of lack, or mine your way out of a corner. But that's what we're here for. That's what the Imaginarium is here for. That's what we're going to be showing you this strong, and starting tomorrow at noon, going all the way up into 8, only on Zoom. Ladies and gentlemen, only on Zoom. Tomorrow, we will be starting out the 72 claws we have on the ticket. Our good brother, Heru Ofari Atta. All right. Good brother, Heru Ofari Atta is on the ticket. We also have our good brother Spence City on the ticket. We also have H Factor on the ticket. We also have Mansa Muhammad.
Oh yeah.
We also have Red Pillar as the host. You dig? And Original Black God on the ticket, ladies and gentlemen. This is a lineup. Everybody has something that they specialize in. They're an expert. The itinerary is on the Eventbrite. The itinerary will be mailed out to all of the ticket holders. All right. And then on Sunday, the Dr. Manhattan, Original Black God, he is going to come through and
Sir.
he's going to close it out. And he's going to get us right. Hit Sayu Aku is also a part of this, and he'll be bringing his wisdom about marketing. He'll be bringing his wisdom about he's a sovereign entity, a sovereign architect. So he's going to be bringing the wisdom on how to turn this brand into $1 billion quote unquote IP. Right? So yes,
Yes.
indeed.
IP and distribution,
IP and distribution. Exactly.
which is gonna
And
move at the
then
speed of the ether.
at the speed of the ether. And
Yes.
on Wednesday, June the 3rd, ladies and gentlemen, is our first class in our 4-week workshop entitled Get Money, where we're going to show you how to use GitHub to not just get money, but how to use GitHub just to get by, right? How to set up your whole entire operations on GitHub. Remember, the multi-trillion-dollar businesses like Google, OpenAI, and everybody is on GitHub. You need to be on GitHub. But if you don't even know what GitHub is and how to utilize GitHub, then you'll be wasting time. Get Money, Hit Sayu Aku, and Red Pillar, Stream Chasers present Get Money. Every day we'll be in school, tapping into ways, income streams and whatnot. You know what I mean? We call it the Get Down. Okay. It's like a 1-hour hackathon where we drop tools and whatnot. We drop information. We drop all of these repos. Me and this man, Hit Sayu, aka the Repo Man. You know what I mean? We here with the GitHub repos, but we are going to show you so many layers on how to monetize GitHub. It's going to blow your mind. That is an untapped source of what you see right here. Literally a vault. Literally a vault. On God, it is a vault just sitting there. And if you untap, open up like that too. It's open source. So the vault is open up with Bitcoins, with billion-dollar, with bars, with bankrolls and everything. So we will be there every day. This is an everyday thing. This is not, we have a workshop every Wednesday, but every day we'll be active on Skool and on Discord with all of the GitHub repos. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to land this plane for tonight. Third Eye Thursdays, featuring our good brother. All right. Original Black God in a building. All right. I have a video that I uploaded that I shot earlier when I was in Atlanta before I left. And that was about the CIA hunting down people based off of their DNA. Now, here we go. We got to take, I could talk to you for about an hour too, right?
For real. That's
But
how
I
it
got
be
a
on
little bit of,
that's how our phone calls be.
Yeah. That's how we just be chopping it up, building worlds. But the movie potential, right? So here we go. Every day, ladies and gentlemen, there's a story that has the potential to be turned into not just a series, but a comic, toys, merch, right? Animations and whatnot. So this story, the latest one, I would say the one before that was all of the scientists that were coming up missing and stuff like that and getting knocked off, right? Rainbow Opals, you have access to the KLAWS. All of my top my top Patreon members, you have access. If you were in North Carolina, KLAWS, you also have access. You just have to pay your monthly membership, but you also have access. Membership comes with what? Privileges. So all of the KLAWS members, you have access to anything that we do in the KLAWS network. You are automatically going to have access into anything we do because everything that we do is all related. It's all a follow-up as to the last thing that we did. So we're out here building. We're giving ourselves the length of about 90 days to complete some things on our roadmap. And then we'll give ourselves another 90 days as we complete more tasks and whatnot and do more building, okay? Kinetic knowledge. If we keep it kinetic, then we could keep it comedic. Okay? But yeah, man, this Suno music, AI images, AI movies, being able to market on TV, being able to market on YouTube, being able to market on IG, the Farmy initiative with the food and whatnot, KTL Plus as an over-the-top network and whatnot, how to monetize. We have plans on what we're going to be doing with our platform, not our YouTube platform, but KTL Plus, our real platform on Connect to Your City, our true streaming platform that we're actually relaunching and whatnot. All of these things are going to be broken down. This is like a convention. We're going to be rolling out solutions. The brother Mansa Isa Muhammad has quantum computers hooked up to his AI. He is building out businesses in they say business in a box. We say business in a Mac Mini. You know what I mean? Businesses in a Mac, right? So the new business in a box is the business in a Mac, a claw bot that's built out for your business, customizable for your entire operation. You have a CEO, you have a marketing department, you have an editing department. You know what I'm talking about? You have a promotion department. You even have HR. So this is what's going on in the world of AI. Tap in Friday, Saturday, Sunday, online only, from your phone, from your tablet, from your machine. You know what I'm talking about? You could buy tickets for individual days or you could buy the whole package. Everything is on Eventbrite. It's broken down. It's available for you. We look forward. And then next weekend, we are going to be in Houston with the family, Pop Darby, right? Talik Heru, Mansa Isa Muhammad, Spin City, Red Pillar, Hitsayu Aku, and many more. Houston, we have a solution. Remember, it's the summertime. We are outside. Energy is, you can't change things by sitting still. You need motion. This is a motion party. You cannot get in. We moving around, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be scared. Don't get intimidated. But we outside. We ain't trying to hurt nobody. But we got to move around and we got to activate the grid and we got to spread these red pills and whatnot. And we got to bring the solutions. Blue pill is growing food. Blue pill is growing food inside of the house, making thousands upon thousands. Blue pill is shipping out boxes and boxes of food every day outside of his house. Him and H Factor, farming. They shipping out honey. They shipping out buckwheat. They shipping out microgreens, Brussels sprouts. There's a lot going on. So Miami. Matter of fact, OBG, is there anything that we could give to anybody at this last minute? Because I know it's so very last minute and they're just hearing about it. I know there's somebody like, damn, I really want to do this with the brothers, man, but it's so last minute, man. What the hell? Is there something that we could give them in value to make everything really, really make sense, even though the price that we're charging is already value, it's already discounted, you know what I mean? But is there something that we can incentivize our brothers and sisters out there? We know it's hard on them. We know things are real, but we do already know that the beginning of the summer is now. And if they get this information right now, it could potentially change not just their summer, but the summer school around. They could teach this to the summer school. They could teach this to their children. The same way we would do summer jobs, this now could be their summer job. You making commercials. You making music videos. You making intros and outros for the streamers. Now you making short films and documentaries of your bloodline. The CIA and 23 of them. Yeah, they looking for you. You the alien.
Shit. I want to say we need to stop. Don't undermine the value of whatever your idea, your merchandise is. Just know that your genetics, we have a clear application for energy and shielding. You know what I mean? It's anything you put out there in the universe,
Yes.
it's gonna come back in return. As long as you have that intention behind it, and they always say, "Oh, believe in yourself," and so. But that shit is real. It's like, especially with this AI tools, it's like anything that you can think of. That's why it's imagination. Anything you can think of, that could be your ticket out of whatever position that you think you're stuck in. Because before I even got into this AI stuff, I had
Right.
joined the fantasy complex industry, and I wasn't even dabbling into AI like this. I was barely using like ChatGPT. After I joined fantasy complex industry, it changed. It pretty much changed my whole life
Your whole
because
trajectory.
yeah, my whole trajectory, because I had to start making different content. Millions of people started watching it. I'm talking like within the span of a week or two, I was getting millions of people just watching my stuff and paying
right?
attention
Because
to
look,
the ideas I had.
because that was for you, bro.
Hmm.
Right?
So I'm saying no, but anyone can,
Anyone
everybody
could do it.
should be
Right.
on this wave right now. And
Right.
the time now is early because there's not many people on this, especially what we're about to show you. There's not many people like right now, but in a couple years, everybody's gonna be on the wave. But you want to be the one that got there early and knows the
And
ropes before
benefited from
everybody
it.
else. Yes, and benefit from it.
Right. So when they start when the rush comes, you now could teach them how to fish. Cause we ain't gonna be there for that. We teaching
Uh-huh.
you how to fish. So when the millions of them come, you teach them how to fish. We're gonna teach the few hundred how to fish, and you can have the million and let us keep climbing up the mountain. That's how that works. Not to even sound contentious or nothing, but that's literally how that works.
Uh-huh.
I want to show them something, brother, because they hearing a lot about what you got and what you doing, but I don't think that they have seen your work. I don't want to assume, right? Once again,
Uh-huh.
I make that mistake sometime that I assume that everybody knows, you know, what we all know, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull your video up. Pardon me, I know it looks like we going through a black hole, but we actually are. You know what I'm saying? Truth be
For real.
told, I was trying to hide it from y'all, but we are going through the omniverse. Real quick, Google Omni, scale of 1 to 10. I don't know how much you use it. How crazy is it? Scale from 1 to 10. This
From
is
what
for my
I've used,
people.
and I've only tested it a couple times, it's 5 or 10 out of 10 because that's a
It's 10 out of
powerful.
10.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's that tool right there. Like I said, I'm just getting into it. I just because it just came out a couple days ago or
Yeah,
last
yeah.
week.
Yes,
Yeah, after
sir.
the test I did, it's like how that's the top one right now.
Bonkers.
But yeah, it's bonkers. So if you get in it now before they bug it and start adding
All that stupid
because
stuff.
I can tell you right now, like with all these AIs, most of the time the beginning phase when it just came out, that's the best time to get into it. Like when Sora
Right.
2 just came out, that was the best time to get into it because there
Right.
was
To
no
get in.
restriction. But now it's like hella restriction. Now it's not even here no more. But I'm gonna show y'all how to use that too. But yeah, with all these tools that are coming out, you wanna get in there early because they start flagging it for you know
For no
they start
reason.
restricting it, especially when they see like millions of people using it. They want to add payroll and all that. So it's like, yeah, you
You
want to
see? Do
get
you
on
see
that.
a picture? You see a video?
Oh yeah, this is one of my first viral jumps.
This your first viral hits?
Yeah, using VO3,
All
straight
right, take
VO3
us
for
down
this one.
memory lane a little bit. We're gonna close it out with this, ladies and gentlemen. We need you in the building tomorrow. We need you in the building Saturday. We need you in the building Sunday. I am locked in. I promise you. I am so focused, super focused. I'm going to be laser focused. My whole thing is breaking atoms and whatnot, collapsing the wave. We're opening up the lanes so we can see these on big screen movies like this, not just one, back to back to back to back to back, having our stories told, changing the narrative, cleaning up our images around the globe and then the galaxy. Let's go. Putting our master teachers on pedestals and whatnot so
Yes,
their names could be not forgotten. They're not fallen, they have ascended. Putting the ascended
yes,
masters on their proper pedestal and thrones and whatnot, cleaning up and cleansing up all of the ruckus and a cosmic slop of a nature boy and all of these other things, clearing the confusion, bringing the greatness to the forefront. That's what the Imaginarium is.
yes. Yo, Red.
Yo,
We still. I thought you all play that jump.
huh?
We gonna play the video.
Wait, it's not playing?
Nah. I thought we were just sitting in the silence.
No, I thought it was playing.
Or at least on my end, I can't see it. I don't know for the viewers if they can see it.
Let me stop the. Oh man, hold on. I'm thinking we rocking. I'm like, yeah, we all tapped in. Wasn't playing. Wasn't playing.
Nah, that wasn't playing.
Okay, that's crazy. Wow. Shit.
But yeah, this video, little background on it. This is my first. This was my first VO3 video. This is one of my first like generations in VO3. Like when I just first started with VO3, this was one of my first projects. And
Tell me if you can see the screen when I click it. If it did it change?
I could see the YouTube screen. Like I could see, yeah. Now I see it on the screen.
You see it now?
It says click exit full screen. It's blurred out.
Okay, let me go back. Because when I do full screen, that's when it started wigging out.
All right.
See it
Yeah, we
now?
see. Yeah, we see it now. This the volume is low. Can't hear it. So yeah, I mean the audio's low, but this is actually just a recap of all the little videos I made with VO3 in that time period. This was like a year ago, right? Yeah.
Is that better
So
audio?
yeah, it's kind. We can't really hear it. It sounds like you it's very low.
Yeah. I don't know why the sound is not playing. Let me go to another one of your movies.
All right.
Where we at now?
Nah, that's not a you can just go to videos and go to
Okay.
because some of these are just lectures yeah, like
Which
any of
one?
those. Go
Oh,
to
let's go to Invest Fest.
InvestFest, yeah, that's another promo joint, yeah. Yeah, the Vatican joint, that was like one of the top joints. I was reading the comment. So this was almost a year ago, and you guys see how visually high def that joint was. So imagine how it is now, and I'm gonna show y'all how to make it even more just ultra realistic. Any of your ideas, turning your books into movies, all that. Yeah, it's not on the screen no more. I don't know if you change it. Yeah, right? So there.
Yo.
Yeah, I don't think anything's playing. Were you trying to play something? Were you playing something?
That are you serious? Again?
Yeah, it was playing for a second, and then it went back to the like all I see is our name tags for the live stream. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. I don't either. Let me see.
Or maybe they can see it because they still talking about it.
Can they see it? Was
I'm
y'all
not.
able to see it?
It was playing for a little bit, so I think they got to see it a little bit. Oh
He's
no,
like,
they didn't.
no. I couldn't even see. He's like, no. I could feel that too. They was like, nigga, no. Stop playing with us in our face. All right, I'm sharing the entire screen. Let's try one more again.
All right, I'm gonna let you know if it changes, like as soon as it changes.
You see it?
Yeah, see it. I see it.
Is it moving?
Yeah, we see it. It's just no sound. Now it's back on the other screen.
Hold on. I'm trying to connect that.
Yeah, no, I didn't. We're back on the other screen.
I'm gonna put the
Yeah, so let's.
microphone by the back of the computer. It should
All
pick
right.
the sound up. Hold on. You hear it good?
It's very low. Maybe if I had headphones, I can hear it. I can't really hear it from my speaker. You try the Vatican video because I think maybe the audio on this video is low. You can go to
That the Vatican video.
yeah, go to my videos and it should say go down. Yeah, right there, Vatican Secret Archives. Yeah, you can hear it a little bit, or for a second I heard it a little bit better. Yeah, this is another VO3 video.
That's VO3, huh?
Yeah, all this VO3.
Yeah,
It looked like C Dance 2 right
it
now.
does.
I don't know if YouTube kind of upgraded the quality or something. Or maybe they got like their own AI enhancement in the YouTube or something.
Because you can run this through Omni now and jazz it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, there's no sound, but yeah, we get it.
Yeah, this is cinematic.
Hmm.
This is cinematic, my brother. And you're telling us that at this point in the game, you could do this quality and even better?
Oh, way better. Yes, yes.
You know what they say in the world of AI, that this is the worst that you're ever gonna see me.
Hmm.
Meaning that if something comes out, right, and it's considered inferior, it's only gonna get better. It will only get better from that point on, you know? So,
And
man,
by better,
what?
I'm talking about IMAX theater. We talking, yeah,
Yes. IMAX tier.
yes.
IMAX tier. Yeah, pardon me, y'all, with the no sound on the video. I'm out of town, so I'm getting acquainted to I brought my clawbot with me, and I'm just getting everything acquainted to the system. So we're working that out. But tomorrow on Zoom, we are going to be starting this boot camp, and it's going to be intensive. It's going to be like an accelerator program. And we're just going to be tapping into all of the different facets of content creation, marketing, automation, agentic AI, and so much more. Health and wealth, you name it, we got it. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to land the plane and give my good brother OBG some time so he can get himself together, because he does have a big presentation on Sunday that is going to be one of his first in such a big audience. So I want him to be, but I appreciate him getting up here and shaking it up. You know what I mean? You probably planted a seed in the mind of a child or a young adult or even an elder that can literally switch the course of their life tonight, you know what I mean, and put them on a path to greatness and fulfillment of destiny, right? Telling the bloodline story, telling the family history in like 4K type ish, not selling out the family farm to get a movie made, not being compromised because they want to pay you for your script, but then when they get the script, they want to play around and put agendas and all type of stupid shit, like that movie about the young girl with the oil. I didn't see it, but I didn't hear too many people say that they kept accurate depictions of the story. Look at what they did to Madam C.J. Walker's story based off of a true story.
Yes.
Meaning that they don't have to tell you the true story. They could emit and omit the stuff that they don't agree with. So now we have brothers like OBG who get it, who has a formula, has a proven trajectory. This brother is working his magic, and we are going to get behind them, the entire machine, the KLAWS, the 72 KLAWS, right? The Farming Initiative, KTL Plus. We're going to make sure 363 Empire and many more. We are going to make sure that the stories are going to be told through multiple mediums by any means necessary. I have a brother who goes by the name of Giant, aka Tariq. I want to shout out the brother Tariq. This brother made me very proud. He was able to secure a 6-figure deal utilizing things that he learned working with the fantasy complex industry. And now he's working for a major motion picture studio doing what he loves to do, feeding his family, creating legacy, making IP, getting equity and whatnot, and not sweat equity like they got them boys in prison doing. Because they're going to lock niggas up and they're going to be making AI anyway.
Right.
They on the phone playing with it anyway right now. So like, what are we talking about? If you young and you out there and you spend your summer locked in, not lollygagging, you got to be locked in. This is not a handout. We're not telling you that we found a cheat code, my genius. We're telling you that we got a method and a formula. And if you follow it, you could level up. We're telling you that we could upskill you in 72 hours and change your whole attitude. The same way in this movie right here, Morpheus was able to download skills into Neo. That is what can happen. From a scale of 1 to 10, OBG, is that even a possibility that you can depict or you could duplicate and replicate that scene in the Matrix where he was able to download the skill of karate and other things into Neo's neocortex?
Yes. And don't forget that whole story was taken from Sophia's story. So now we have the tool for that not to happen again to another author in the future.
Right.
So we have Sophia's stories in the making. So
that's what I'm saying. So imagine how many Sophia Stewarts are being born because they was exposed to Sophia Stewart for the span of about 10 years. And now when we come across the new Sophias, right? The Sophia Stewart is still here. So when we come across her and her writings and her Imaginarium, but then when we run across the new Octavia Butlers and the new Sophias, what about those stories? And now we got Gemini, Omni, Sea Dance 2, right? GPT-2, Kimmy 4 when it comes. Like, so now we got all of these tools. We could do way more damage than what the Wachowski brothers did with her quote unquote screenplay.
Shit, we make our own Sophia Stewart. I gotta hit up Sophia Stewart. That's my next to-do list.
Yeah, right there.
And cook up with her.
Whole wish list. That's what's up.
Yes.
That's well wishing. So, do I have any artists in the audience? Do I have any creatives in the audience? I don't want y'all. I want y'all to be heard, right? You have a master in the building. This brother is putting on. He's putting on all around the world for us, right? He's clearing up our images. He's telling our story for us. He's creating debates and whirlwinds of truth. How many artists do we have in the building? Creatives, writers, screenplay writers, artists, illustrators, graphic artists and whatnot, actors, filmmakers, videographers, cartoonists, inkers, right? How many of y'all are with us tonight? I want to feel your presence. Is this class for beginners? Yes. Yes, indeed, this class is for beginners. The way that we teach, we don't go over anybody's head. Okay? We don't go over anybody's head. 72 hours of a lock-in, you're going to be super good, whether you're a beginner, a novice, or advanced. We teach you on your level. We have an assessment test in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. The tools level the playing field.
And the tools level the playing field, right? Remember, you're not drawing anymore. You're manifesting. That's all you're doing. You're coming up with a thought, an idea, a thought. That thought is a visual thought. You could visualize your thought, right? Same thing with the vision board. You visualize the thought. When you want to visualize your thought, you went to the magazine, cut it out, and put it on a board and whatnot, and you prompted it, and you waited for the generation to come back. Now you take the same thing. You take a visualized thought. You go to Pinterest. You get a JPEG. You go to Google and whatnot. You get a JPEG reference image. Upload it. Then you do the magic by you putting the prompt. The first was the word. You put the English text, large language text models. You put the word in your description, what you see, what your vision is. In your world, the sky could be red, purple, green, blue, all colors at once, rainbow. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you want, you can literally speak it into existence. That is not necessarily drawing. Drawing involves pencils, pens, easels, and utensils. This is creating from the mind. This is manifestation from the mind. This is third eye artwork, okay? This is manifestation. Mana spelled M-A-N-N-A. Manifestation. This is literally a living vision board. If you were to blow up that vision board, or if you were to make a digital vision board and then run it on your 100-inch screen TV in all of the rooms nonstop every day while playing binaural beats, while playing quote unquote D'Angelo, while playing any of the songs that really get you going, you really could start casting spells. This is a form of sigilmancy. I don't want to coach, We are here, ladies and gentlemen. We have arrived.
The time is now. Capitalize on your own genius.
Right.
You gotta capitalize on your own genius, because that's what everybody.
On your own genius.
I mean,
will it be recorded? Yes, it will be recorded. It will be. Everything that we do is recorded. KTL University is a library where all of our recordings live. It's literally a repository. Wait till we connect it to GitHub. KTL University is our GitHub repository for all of our data and all of our oil and whatnot. I ran one of my videos through Claude, and when it found out that I was talking about certain things and it was able to timestamp the video, it said, wait a minute, how did you know all of this back then in 2010? I had a long conversation with Claude where I reconfigured how it even looks at me. Now, I know it's an AI, it's a damn program and everything, but that program being able to see me in my true light and whatnot. That meant something to me at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that that's gonna help me out in the future with my output, and it's even gonna remember. Claude will create agents for you. If them agents know that you the shit, when those agents go out into the digital world, they're going to work on your behalf rather than if you got an agent that don't know nothing about you. You don't got no motion, they don't have nothing to talk about with no other agent about. You're not going to see yourself move around, and see yourself forget mailbox money. When you start getting agents to make money for you, you're going to witness a whole nother form of wealth generation. This is going to go crazy. What's your thoughts on Replit? Yeah, Replit is fire. hmm Making video games, y'all. They out here making video games.
Yes, you can make it. Yes, we can make our own video games, and you don't need a whole team of developers and coders.
Right. You
That's
don't
all
need
in the AI. You
GPU.
just do that on your own.
Right. Like, oh my goodness. They're
Like
making
really, what a
video
time to be
games.
alive for real.
Right. I'm gonna let that marinate with y'all, man. I have a very educated audience, so I know that they next move is gonna be their best move. What it
Hmm.
is? What did you think of? What we gonna offer them for tickets tonight? Whoever decides to buy the boot camp. You got any prompt packs that you could throw in there to hook them up with? You know what I may?
Yeah.
I might even give them access to the first clause in North Carolina. I'm feeling so good tonight. I might even give them all 3 days, the whole 72 hour, the original clause, the first one that kicked it all off. We were so deep up in there. Shout out to everybody that pulled up to Claus, North Carolina, Polkton County. I'm going to give everybody tonight who has already purchased. It's not even right. It's whoever purchased from the beginning of the night. You already going to qualify. You're going to get grandfathered into this deal. You have access now to the original clause along with this weekend and whatnot. So you'll have the entire download because all of these conversations are connected. So you have now
Yes.
access to the first clause. So thank you for your support. Thank you for pulling up. Thank you for believing in us. And we will see you this strong end in the building. Bring your pen and your pad. But like I said, the summer is beginning. So could be your summer school. This could be your summer job. This could be your son's summer job, your daughter's summer job, even some of the elders' summer job or summer school and whatnot. Put yourself in school, right? We have a school, an actual school online, right? We have Imaginarium. We just finished a 90-day course. You have access to that, right? Not only that, but we have an active school where we're making comics, we're making toys, we're making shorts, we're making all of that inside of Imaginarium right now. Where do we purchase? Right there over the QR code that you see on the screen, that blue box with the QR code, you go ahead and you scan your camera over it, and that will open up a link that will take you to Eventbrite. If you don't have that access, you can click on the description in the video, and the link will be right there to Eventbrite. And I'm going to pin it inside of the comment section on the replay. So all you have to do is click on the hyperlink, which is the blue link, and it will take you directly off of YouTube into Eventbrite. You purchase your ticket and you receive your link from Zoom, and we will see you on Zoom only, Friday, Saturday, Sunday from the hours of 12 p.m. Eastern until 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay. And we have our itinerary and we have slots, and we will see you then. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to land this plane. I want to say thank you, my good brother, for your time.
Peace
Thank
and
you for
love.
your expertise in them gems.
Thank you. Thank you for everyone staying on to listen to me.
Right. We burning the midnight oil on y'all.
And if you're serious about learning this and taking it to the level I did, and even further, I want people to reach an even higher level than I did. Because all this content, all this stuff is gonna live longer than we ever live. So
Super facts.
you
And I
know,
love the way
I
that you
want to leave
brand it.
something behind.
I love the way that you watermark it with your name and your logo all over the videos. I love that.
So like I said, if you're serious about leveling up, I'll see y'all on Sunday.
That part I'm talking about. That's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Peace, love, and light. We will see you in the building. Yeah, I'm talking about. Tap in with us Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 72 KLAWS, Mansa Muhammad, Spin City, Hit Sayu Aku, Heru Ofori Ata, Red Pillar, all right, and Original Black God, just to name a few, in the building, dropping nothing but science, applicable science, kinetic knowledge, frameworks, work plays, workflows, you name it, we giving it up. Big claw energy, all right? Theta waves, ladies and gentlemen, theta waves. Light one up. Let this one marinate. Go ahead and create something right now. Go on one of them tools, Chat GPT, Kriya. Don't let this energy dissipate. Go and put this shit into something creative. Break out your childhood memories. Break out your imaginary friend and make them an avatar. Take some of the rhymes out of your book and make a rhyme book and make the lyrics come to life. Make a lyric book. Out of GPT-2, all of the lyrics are animated now.
Yes.
Come on. I could think, we
Make
could
a
sit
coloring
down and
book for those with kids.
comic book. Yeah, out of your
comic
lyrics
book.
is a comic book now. What's up?
You can replace yourself with your favorite comment. Make it you.
Straight up. Yeah, like you could take pictures of your favorite comic and then put you in hits in as the placeholder.
Yes.
Use Spider Cash. That's why we don't even hear from Cash Patel. He's over there making Spider Cash comics. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the time is now, and we have arrived, and we have a huge announcement to make this strong in, involving our good brother in the future of conscious cinema. So we call it quantum conscious cinema. So we want y'all in the building to pop bottles with us, to be investors with us. If y'all really want to tap into some equity and be right, be in the building on Sunday night. All right, KTL, 72 KLAWS, Miami. The link is in the bio. Peace, love, and light, y'all.
Peace and love.
Can't beat us, join us, please bring your coinage. We sink 3-pointers, money shots, all net, all vets. Bumps we not, jet skiing in them sunny spots. With women edible like gummy drops. Dummy stop. No weapon form can intercept a storm. Once my intellect is on, I'm projecting all magnetic fields and interact with blacks with athletic bills. I'm all about growth and development like residents of Ebbets Fields. Not to choose between woo and chew. We wanna line them colors up like a Rubik's Cube and fade to black, yeah, the truest hue. When you say the black man is God, who you alluded to? The usual Clarence 13X, a worthy guess. The words expressed come from the word in flesh. Elijah M, the NOI versus Leviathan. Messiah sent from the heavenly branches. 7 P's from since G-Dub cut down the cherry tree in the wilderness of North Amex, and we flossing death and forced aggression, or forced perception, forced protection, or forced confessions. It's all a lesson.
The sorcerers from Corsica, killer tonics, sticks and drums, like the Philharmonic Orchestra. You niggas still playing harmonicas from officers. Fabric softener, jive turkeys, popping 5 perkies, playing with keys, the Scotch storage type. For that soft white, we could've caught life, just being forthright. First class on my 4th flight, popping out like Fortnite. Every night we lit like porch lights. The meek shall inherit the earth, oh yeah, the scorched type. And these niggas, they some hoes in these streets. Me, I'm 10 toes in these streets. They lost their souls, niggas got holes in their feet. Shit, I'm just worried about the craft and how to perfect it. Not worried about the craft, yeah, that's out of perspectives. Focus on the chip like I'm Robert Kraft, and then how to protect it. It's the waves of the oceans. Get to the money, nigga, save your emotion. Descendant of the slaves in the graves in the oceans. Mastermind that the waves is in motions. These niggas, they addicted to the folly, addicted to that molly. Making me a movie, them sticks made of holly. I'm Dr. Manhattan, sitting on top of Manhattan. When I get all 5 rings, snap my fingers and pop up on satin. Dressed in all black, yeah, drop top the Phantom. Bless.